Hello, Internet. We're doing one last vintage cube draft before the season ends here. The league ends in just a few hours, so I decided to try to squeeze in one more. What do we want to do here? Run in 6? It's not the strongest card in the pack. If I just wanted to maximize my win percentage, I'd probably just like take a Danto Vanguard, try to wheel season Hollowblade, but that wouldn't be very fun. I think both of these cards, as Danto Vanguard and Season Hollowblade, are just extremely, extremely powerful. They're both like effectively 3/1 indestructibles, which is hard to block profitably. I'm going to take Ren in 6. I love drafting land destruction. We'll see what we can do with it. Oko? Ooh. Yeah, I'll take Oko. Oko's sweet. Oko is super strong. Ooh, okay. So we got some options here. So, Inferno Titan's really good. Karn's pretty nice. Could just be like all Planeswalkers. There's also a Remand. How blue are we going to be? I think Remand is the strongest card of these three, but it doesn't really go with Ren in 6. We could just abandon our Ren in 6 and just play the Remand. Go Karn and just play a bunch of Planeswalkers. This is a tricky one. Karn's kind of cool with Oko. You know what? Let's take Karn. Let's just start with 3 Planeswalkers. Seems like fun. I like this plan. Okay. I think I'll just grab a Wall of Roots here. Wall of Roots is a good blocker for our Planeswalkers. Can help ramp us into our stuff. Ooh, Got a few good options. I love Sun Titan, but I'm already 3 colors, so I'd be taking a double-colored card and a color I'm not playing yet. There's Chandra, if I just want to go, like, all Planeswalkers. There's Miscalculation. I kind of want to take Chandra, though. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to be, like, some kind of, like, red-green ramp deck splashing blue for Oko. Yeah, let's just go, like... Are we just straight up, like, every Planeswalker? Just super friends. It sounds like a fun deck. Sure, last draft of the season, let's go for it. We're just going to be full-on super friends. Okay, it's got to be Dryad here. We just need the fixing. Alright, so we're some kind of, like, green base many-color deck that is just trying to play a lot of Planeswalkers. We don't have any white. White's the one color we're not yet, so I'm hesitant to take Day of Judgment. That said, it is pretty good when you're playing a bunch of Planeswalkers. I don't think I've got a Mirari's Wake. Probably not Carnage Tyranting. I can't play a double white card, though. I guess I'll take Mirari's Wake in case I end up going real big. Mizium Mortar seems pretty good. Chandra can help me activate the Overload on it. And it is just like a decent spot removal spell. Yeah, let's just... Alright, so we're going to play, like, red-green, splashing blue and black. And we don't have any lands yet, but that's fine. This is fine. Hey, look, there's a land. See, we're fine. We have a piece of fixing. And 5 Planeswalkers after pack 1. 6 Planeswalkers after pack 1. Alright, so would really like to get some fetches to go with this Wrenn and 6. And to just, like, make my mana better in general. Yeah. Want lots of fixing. Well, there's a strip mine for Wrenn and 6, but I think it's got to be Ancestral. Ancestral is too good to pass up here, I think. Sorry, strip mine. I love you, but gotta be the Ancestral here. Okay. Think I'll grab the Noble Hierarch. This helps fix me for blue, helps me ramp into stuff. Yeah, and I'll probably wheel, like, I don't know, Spire Bluff Canal or Inspiring Vantage or something. I don't think we can play Mana Drain. Like, we're just lightly splashing blue for Oko and Ancestral. Mana Drain's double blue, and it's not even that good as a splash. I think I might just want the Signet here. Elf is generally stronger than Signet, but Signet helps me ramp it into my 4-drops and fixes me 2 colors. Yeah, let's take the Signet. Still need a lot of lands. I did pass on a Lumbering Falls there, which maybe I could have taken that. I don't know. Signet when you have a bunch of 4-drop Planeswalkers seems really good. Okay, what do we got here? So we're trying to play, like, red-green base. So I don't really want to play a Dark Confidant because that would be, like, I want to splash for black and blue. Some consideration to Hydroid Krasis, but I think I'm just going to take the Cultivate for the fixing here. Ooh, Sylvan Caryatid, it's gotta be. Caryatid's real sweet. Helps me ramp into these good 4-drops. Fixes me all my colors. Ooh, Breeding Pool. Okay. I love Courser, but I think it's got to be the Breeding Pool here. Having fetchable duels is really important. Presumably at some point I'll find fetch lands. Got a few good options. So, kind of looking at Manamorphose, honestly, because of how greedy my mana base is. There's also Shark Typhoon, but I don't know if I'd want to splash that. Dark Dwellers, but we don't have a ton of instants or sorceries that can flash back. Generally a big fan of Biogenic Ooze, but I don't think I want it here. I'm just going to take the Manamorphose. Tireless Tracker, Gitaxian Probe, Walking Ballista, Scavenging Ooze. So you could take Probe as, like, it doesn't do a ton for me, but it... Yeah, I think I'll just take the Tracker. Tracker seems good. Wow, Fast Bond? I don't have that much card draw is the thing. I have, like, Ancestral. It's kind of good with Wrenn and 6. I don't know. I'll probably just take Stomping Ground, though. I really need the fixing, and I don't think I... Like, Fast Bomb would be stretching myself even thinner. Garruk is another Planeswalker, but I think I don't want to bite off more before I get more fixing at this point. Okay, a Tarka. I might play a Tarka. I don't think I want Plow Under. Plowunder is a little awkward because it doesn't really affect the board in the sense that, like, it doesn't, like, deal with creatures or anything, so I'd be playing a 5-drop, presumably after I have, like, these Planeswalkers down, that does not protect my Planeswalkers. Ooh. Landmore Elf, Huntmaster of the Fells, Lumbering Falls. I would really like an Elf here, but I think I'm just going to take the Lumbering Falls for fixing. I'm doing pretty well on playables. Okay. At this point, I'll take the Hydroid Krasis. I might play it here. Excavator, I guess. Avenger. Yeah, there's a chance I play that. Biogenic Ooze, maybe. Maybe I play Biogenic Ooze. Alright. What do I got? What do I got? Tree Speaker, probably? Yeah, probably Tree Speaker. There's also like a Boros Signet. Reclamation Sage is pretty good. I think I just like the ramp, though. Yeah, I'll just take the Tree Speaker. It doesn't really ramp me into these Planeswalkers quite as much as, like Elves of Deep Shadow can help me cast a turn 2 to ready, for example, which Tree Speaker can't really. But it is a very strong card in general. Ooh, I think it's got to be Underground Sea here. Again, just really wanting fixing. And I'm doing pretty well on playables. Almost any fetch would be great for me. I've got Underground Sea, Stomping Ground, Breeding Pool that are all fetchable. And a Wrenn and 6 that can buy back fetches. An Avenger of Zendikar and Tireless Tracker that also kind of want fetches. Think I need to take the Gilded Goose for fixing. There's also a Green Sun Zenith. What does that get me? That can get me Noble Hierarch, Elves of Deep Shadow, Caryatid, Tireless Tracker or Dryad, Biogenic Ooze, or like a Tarka or Avenger. It's actually not bad. I think I want the Goose, though. Being able to ramp into these cheap Planeswalkers is pretty important. I think that Zenith is a generally much powerful card, but... Oh, Birthing Pod. Come on. We can't pod here, I don't think. We've got a couple of 2s, couple of 3s, no 4s. Most of our cards don't have Enter the Battlefield effects. Yeah, we can't pod. I could, like, consider Wildfire. Wildfire is kind of good with Planeswalkers. If I weren't already so many colors, I'd be considering this Karakas as well. If I had more fetches, maybe Hollow Fountain, but right now white is the one color I'm not. Library is good, but not great in this deck. Maybe it is just Wildfire. I'm gonna take the... Oh. Okay. I was gonna try to take the library. I don't know, Wildfire's fine. I might end up playing it, but it does, like, kill all my creatures. Or almost all of them. So there's Harmonize, Flame Slash, and Blooming Marsh. I think I'm just gonna have to take the Blooming Marsh for fixing here. Also Teferi and Elspeth, but those are white, and we can't go into more colors here. Okay, Oracle. I think here I'll take the Oracle, even though there's a Creeping Tar Pit. Oracle's great. Pilgrim is effectively colorless ramp in a deck with very heavy color constrictions. It adds white, but I just don't care about white. I don't think I can sort of Feast and Famine. I'm just going to Phyrexian Revoker. I found Revoker to be pretty solid. Like, it's just a really good flexible card. Good in almost every matchup. Ooh, okay. So... Casualties is kind of cool. It is stretching my mana a little bit. I could also just take Devoted Druid. I don't know. These are interesting. I guess I'll just take the Devoted Druid. Okay. I'll grab Rexage here. That's a pretty good one. I think I like that better than Kitchen Finks. Finks is really nice at protecting my Planeswalkers, but I actually didn't end up with, like, that many more. Like, I don't think I picked up any Planeswalkers after pack 1, because I just needed to, like, protect the ones that I do have, and kind of build a shell around them. So, yeah, Rexage seems good. Ooh, there's another Planeswalker. I think I'll take that. I mean, Elvish Mystic is good, but we are kind of trying to draft a Planeswalker deck, and I do have a lot of 1-drops already. I have Hierarch, Elves, Tree Speaker, Gilded Goose, so I think I can afford to take a Garruk here. Ooh, Green Sun Zenith. There's also Scarab God, which is nice, but I think Green Sun Zenith with what we've got is going to be good. Ah, the Birthing Pod wield. I think I gotta take the Siege Gang here. We just, again, not many, don't really have a curve that can support Birthing Pod. I'll take the Fauna Shaman, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. Huh. There's a chance I play Pilgrim? I don't know. I'm at 40 cards, so I can make a few cuts. So I'm gonna cut, I think, Pilgrim. I think I'm going to cut Renin 6. I only have Wildfire that combos with it, because I wasn't able to find any fetch lands, unfortunately. So, as much as I love Renin 6, since I had to pass on the Ancestral, and I wasn't able to find any other ways of getting lands in my graveyard besides Wildfire, it just seems not great. I guess there's also Vraska. I don't know. I can side it in for, like, against, like, ramp decks that are playing, like, a lot of 1-toughness creatures. It'd be pretty good. Alright, so I still need to make a bunch of cuts, right? This is 8 lands currently? Yeah. Yes, I do need to make a lot of cuts. Let's cut the Krasis. It's good, but I want to try to minimize my blue mana requirements here. I might not need the Avenger. I already have Biogenic Ooze and Siege Gang. And then a Tarka to go get for a lot of mana with the Green Sun Zenith. Yeah. What else am I cutting here? I mean, all these cards are pretty good. Maybe I cut Nature's Claim because I already have a Rexage. I think I cut the Wildfire. Yeah. I might bring it in certain matchups, but I think I do have a fair number of creatures in my deck, and it does kill almost all of my creatures. Like, it kills everything except the Atarka. Okay. So, Dryad, Oracle, Keurig. Okay, I probably cut the Pyroclasm at this point. I ended up with more creatures than I anticipated I was going to have. When I was taking that one, I thought I was going to be like Planeswalkers and Signets, kind of, but green was open, so. Okay. So, what's this, like 13 lands or something? This is at 13 lands. What else do I cut here? Could cut the mortars. I've already got... well, I'm kind of light on spot removal, actually. I mean, I've got, like, Chandra, Doretti, Siege Gang, and Atarka that can kill stuff. Could be the Devoted Druid. Devoted Druid ramps from, like, 2 to 5, and I don't have a ton of stuff that I'm trying to get out at 5 early. It doesn't block as well as, like, Wall of Roots or Caryatid does. Yeah. I think Devoted Druid is generally very good in, like, green ramp decks, but in this deck specifically, maybe it's a little bit worse. So I need what, like 2 more cuts? This is probably like a 16 land deck, right? I suppose I could cut the Siege Gang. My thought process with it was it does just create like an army of blockers, which is useful for defending my Planeswalkers. If my mana's good enough, I could consider cutting the Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I had been assuming my mana was going to be really bad, but I actually did pick up a fair number of duels. I didn't find the fetches that I wanted, but I also have several multicolor fixers. Could also be Manamorphose. So Manamorphose helps me cast, like, the Planeswalkers I think I'm going to have the most trouble casting are, like, Oko and Doretti for the most part. And I would really like to be able to cast those on turn 3, and Manamorphose helps me cast those on turn 3, whereas Dryad does not. Dryad... Okay. Well, I'll do a source count here. Let's cut the Dryad for now. And I guess cut Siege Gang for now. And we'll do a source count. Sure. Okay. So green we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kind of 11 if you count the Signet. I'm only kind of counting the Signet for green because ideally I like green earlier than that because I have so many 1-drops. So 10, yeah, that's about right. That's kind of the most, or the least that I'd want to play here. I want to play at least 10 lands with how many, like, 1-drops I have and stuff. All right. Red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of 8, 9. Yeah. A 10, I guess, if you count the Cultivate. Okay. I guess that's okay. We don't have that much red. We really only have Mortars, Doretti, Chandra, and Atarka. Huh. Ended up with less red than I thought. We started off pretty heavily red. in our first few picks, we had like Duretti, Chandra, and red and 6. I was pretty confident we were going to be red. Okay. Blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. We have a lot of blue. Okay, well that's fine. That's plenty. And black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess just 7. We don't have a basic swamp to go find with the cultivate. It's like a little bit awkward, but we only have Duretti and Vraska, so that's probably okay. And I guess Green Sun Zenith is kind of like a fixer as well, because it can go find our Caryatid. Okay. This deck seems pretty good. Seems like a lot of fun. Just mono Planeswalkers to round out the Vintage Cube season. Alright. I think we're going to run it like this. I will see you in round 1. Okay, here we are for round 1 with our Planeswalker ramp deck. So, don't have any accelerants in this hand. We do have a turn 3 Duretti, though. It's probably good enough. Would really love if I had like an elf to go with this. If I could get out a turn 2 Duretti, that'd be great. Turn 3 Duretti. I can't cast Vraska and Duretti currently. I do have a Rex Sage. I think I'll keep this. Hand is decent, but not great. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep pace with our opponent playing a turn 1 Black Lotus here. That's going to be hard. Ancestral Recall. Well, that's... We can't cast it currently, but it could be good if we're able to find our mana. Imperial Seal. Uh-oh. So... our opponent is going to have 6 mana next turn. Garrick. Yikes. So we could like Manamorphose, make blue-green, and cast Ancestral Recall. I just don't know how much that does for us, though. Yeah, I guess I just play a Mountain and pass. Like, if I made that play, I'd still have to discard, what, like 2 cards anyways, and I'd be looking for, like, a 1-mana elf or something, but I'm going to be able to play a Duretti next turn anyways, so... Fortunately, I think our hand is just going to be a little too slow against our opponent's Black Lotus draw here. Interesting. So we're probably playing against Storm, would be my guess at this point. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and cast Manamorphose. I think I just want to... actually, you know what? I'm going to Rex Sage the Black Lotus, or I'm going to attempt to anyways. They'll probably counter it. This way, next turn I can make blue and black with the Manamorphose, and I can cast Duretti and Ancestral Recall, which is nice. And if my opponent doesn't have a counterspell, I'm in pretty good shape, because then I can blow up their Black Lotus, and all of a sudden I'm a lot less scared of whatever they're doing. Next turn I could also just Garruk Wildspeaker. That's another option. It's possible I could use this Manamorph. Like if I Garruk Wildspeaker next turn, the following turn I could use Manamorphose to make black to cast Vraska and Ready. Right, so they're spinning the top, which is a good sign for us because most of the counterspells we were worried about cost 2. They could still have Daze. I don't think 4 spikes in the cube right now. So I think it would have to be Daze or like Force of Will. They're the only two that would do it here. Or they could crack their Black Lotus to counter it, but that's like, I'm trying to get rid of the Black Lotus, so I'm fine if they spend a counterspell and Black Lotus to stop my Rex Sage here. Okay, well, blow up your Black Lotus. Alright, they float the blue. What is this, like a Factor Fiction maybe? No. Okay. Huh, not quite sure what's going on over there. They cast Imperial Seal, had 6 mana, and didn't do anything. My opponent might be playing Storm and needed like another turn to set up. That's my guess at this point, is my opponent's Storm based on Black Lotus Imperial Seal Sensei's top. Okay, they flip the top, grab a Lotus Petal, so it looks like Storm. Karn's good. Got a lot of Planeswalkers, a lot of different options here. Kind of like Ready sack the Rex Sage to shoot the Petal. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best bet. So I'm going to Ancestral Recall here. Alright, so let's see. I want to go green, Manamorphose, make blue-black. So blue-black. Ooh, we even drew an island. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to play island. And with the lands I have floating, I'll cast Ready, I guess. I think I care more about Ready resolving than Ancestral Recall, actually, at this point. Just because I have so much gas already. I'd rather just get stuff on board and interact by... I guess Ready can't immediately destroy my opponent's Lotus Petal. I guess I could have Karned this turn. Well, alright. Let's make an artifact. And I'm going to Ancestral now, because the way Storm works, I don't want to add to my opponent's spell count. Like, if I cast Ancestral on my opponent's turn, that ups the Storm count by 1 for them. And I think I do want to cast Ancestral this turn cycle. Ooh, Oko. Alright. Well, got a lot of Planeswalkers. So, next turn, probably minus to kill the Lotus Petal. Alright, I think I can play like Garruk plus Oko here. Let's start by minusing to kill the Lotus Petal. Oh. Well, then I won't even have to sack the artifact. Nice. Alright. I'm actually just going to go to second main phase here so that they have to use up, or so that mana goes away. This way, Cryptic Command doesn't get to counter a spell if they have that. Commit. Sure, you can commit my Duretti. That's fine. Alright, so I'll attack with the Rex Sage. Okay. Oh, I guess I could have, if I had Oko'd after they cast commit, I could have cast more spells because I knew that they didn't have something there. Well, here I think I just want to get Garruk and Oko going. So let's do that. Let's land 4 to play Garruk. Garruk uptick. Okay, and I win. Alright, so against Storm, what does that change? Nature's Claim seems decent. And Atarka is probably not great. We probably want like Avenger over Atarka just because we'd rather have our big thing be proactive and give us stuff than be reactive, especially since our opponent is unlikely to have creatures. Vraska seems not great. Well, maybe she's okay. Her minus is only going to be killing like Lotus Petals or Gilded Lotus or something like that. Or, not Gilded Lotus, Black Lotus or something. So... Oh, Mizium Mortars can come out. I don't need that. Yeah, that's probably good. I think I like it like that. Sure, let's run it back. Okay, that sounds good. I will keep. We got our mana. We have Nature's Claim, Tireless Tracker. Okay. Well, top we can't really Nature's Claim, unfortunately. Trying to decide if I want to Elves of Deep Shadow. I think I will Elves. Well, yeah, let's go Breeding Pool untapped and cast Elves of Deep Shadow. And the reason I'm casting this one is because if I draw Duretti, I think I would rather play Duretti than Tireless Tracker. And I can play Oko either way. Unclear if my life total will matter. I haven't seen their win condition yet, so it could be Tendrils. If it's not Tendrils, then I don't really care about my life total. Here, I think I just want to Nature's Claim the Orzhov Signet. I could Tireless Tracker, but I'm not going to get a clue from it anyways this turn, so let's play a Stomping Ground untapped, Nature's Claim the Signet, and Noble Hierarch. And I guess we'll get in for 1. So, Tireless Tracker is going to get us a bunch of cards. Oh, 2, that's right, because we have Noble Hierarch. Forgot about that. So, even though we've got 3 lands, we're not going to run out of gas anytime soon because of this Tireless Tracker, which is nice. If we drew like a Planeswalker, that would be really good. Our best draw would probably be like Biogenic Ooze. That would be great because we could just start really pressuring our opponent. Would also love... Really any of our Planeswalkers would be good. Rex Sage would be nice so we could blow up the Golgari Signet. Okay. Well, that's fine too. We'll just play this Tireless Tracker, and I will play Underground Sea, and I think I'm just going to crack the clue rather than get in for 2 here. You know, I guess I could have waited to crack the clue. If my opponent has, like, a Wheel of Fortune, then I would want to crack the clue after they do that, so... Probably a slight misplay there. This is also a little bit worse if they have, like, Mind Twist. Yeah. Oops. On the plus side, though, I get some F6 value. Gosh, top is such a slow card. Just takes for it. Like, people just, like, top every upkeep. You have to, like... It just adds a bunch of clicks and decisions to the game that aren't super impactful. Ooh, Cultivate's a nice one. Because that gets me more lands for my Tireless Tracker. Let's lead with a mountain here. Okay. Investigate. This time, I do actually want to crack it now, because I might want to play the thing I draw, and it changes the math on how much damage my Tireless Tracker does. Okay. Let's go Golgari Signet, and then Cultivate. Go get, I guess, a forest and a mountain. We'll put the forest in play. Okay. Tireless Tracker. Getting in for 6 damage this turn. I mean, we are playing against Storm, so getting a bunch of card advantage might just not matter. Like, the fact that we're drawing a bunch of cards could be irrelevant. Our opponent could just kill us any minute here. I'm assuming we're playing against Storm. We haven't actually seen any Storm cards yet, but based on what we've seen so far, I'm imagining it's Storm. Bolas' Citadel makes that even more likely. Ooh, that's great with Sensei's top. Time Walk. Okay. Go for it. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Looks like our opponent's having some fun here. Bolas' Citadel's such a sweet card. Oh, love that card. So much fun. Oh, wow. Imperial Seal's great. So they can go get whatever they want. It goes on top, and then they can just cast it with Bolas' Citadel. I mean, we might just be dead here. Citadel's a good one. Is this going to be like a Wheel of Fortune? They already got Time Walk. Could be like Tendrils just to gain a bunch of life to allow them to really go off with the Bolas' Citadel next turn. Top plus Citadel is a really cool combo, because not only can they rearrange stuff, but they can also, if they get a land on top, they can tap top to put it on top, pay a life to put the top back into play, and effectively, like, get rid of their lands. Yeah. So, like, right there, they just got to draw a card using the top, and just put it right back. So they can just draw a whole bunch. And they still have another turn coming, too. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're dead. I'm kind of just curious how we're dead at this point. Like, what are they using to ultimately end the game here? And I think, yeah, Bolas' Citadel doesn't reveal the top card. They get to look, so we don't get to see what they got off of their Time Walk, or sorry, off of their Imperial Seal. Now they're Time Walking. I mean, when you start the turn with a board like this, it's pretty hard not to win this turn. Like, Citadel, Brawl, Black Lotus, top. Yeah, and like even if they don't like Tendrils me out, Tendrils, like a value Tendrils is still really good here. Because they can just draw a whole bunch of cards using the Sensei's Divining Top. Go down to like 1. And they'll have cast top like 10 times or something like that. Oh. If they have Tendrils, I'm just dead. Because they can just top 10, or like keep casting the top over and over again until they get me. But even if they didn't have enough to kill me, it would allow them to keep going off with the Bolas' Citadel, because they would gain a bunch of life. Because the danger with Citadel is that if you get locked at like a low life total, there's a chance that you just can't cast your spells anymore. But the life gain half of Tendrils would help them greatly here. Dark Ritual, okay. 6, 7, 10. Ulamog. Okay. Can we beat an Ulamog? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't think we have anything that can compete with Ulamog. Oko. We could Oko it. We could Elk it. So we're not quite dead yet. Alright, well. Let's start by cracking a clue to see if we can find Oko. We did not. I guess we cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cast Biogenic Ooze, and then cast Gilded Goose, I guess. I mean, our opponent's at a pretty low life total. Like, we can threaten to deal a decent chunk of damage next turn. And if they don't have any life gain effects, they might not be able to win. We do need to either win next turn or draw Oko, because we're about to die to this Ulamog. Okay. Well, that does it, because they can get back the Time Walk and then attack us twice, so. Alright. So their win condition is Ulamog. Okay, how does this change how I play? I don't think it really does. Like some consideration to swapping in Devoted Druid and out like Vraska just for to try to be a little bit more explosive. Like try to go a little faster. Vraska's kind of slow, and I don't want to be super slow against Storm. Yeah, maybe I do that. Yeah. Let's run it. Okay. Sounds okay, I guess. It's not great. I can't cast a Chandra just yet. Do have a Rex Sage to interact with their artifacts. I think I'm going to keep it. I might be able to, like, Green Sun Zenith for an Oracle or something. Could be good. Would love to draw Oko, but that's just generally a truth. Like, that's just a true statement most games. They probably take the Green Sun Zenith here. I suppose it could also be Wall of Roots. Yeah. Alright. Okay, Mountain's good draw. Makes us that much closer to casting this Chandra. If we draw another Mountain next turn, we're in business. Orzhov's Signet. Okay, well, we can Rex Age that, so not too bad. Whew. Well, I think we got to get down the Chandra. As much as I would like to interact with their Signet, getting down turn 3 Chandra seems like a good way to win this game. Mountain. Okay. I mean, if I get to Emblem Chandra, that's a pretty fast win. How did my opponent take damage? They took 2 off of Thoughtseize, but where did the other 2 come from? Oh, Chandra, right. Okay. Time Walk, sure. My opponent's on 5 mana right now. Blowing up their Orzhov Signet could keep them off of Bolas's Citadel for a turn, potentially. Uh-oh. Show and Tell? Yikes. Alright, they probably have an Ulamog. Well, I'm going to put in the Rex Sage. Let's hope they're putting in a Bolas's Citadel. They're not. Okay. Orzhov Signet. Okay, sure. Yep. Okay. Well, let's find our Oko, shall we? I think the way this works, I want to... I'm adding a green right now, because if I hit a Tireless Tracker, I would like to have not played a land, and I don't think I can activate the Wall of Roots while, like, in the middle of Chandra's ability here. Alright, so we're gonna uptick Chandra. Okay, well, I guess I cast Derogatory Speaker. Sheesh. Yeah, we're in trouble here. Cast Noble Hierarch. Cast a Forest so that we can level up this Derogatory Speaker. Alright, we need to find Oko next turn. So they need to not exile Oko with Ulamog. And we need to find it. Yep. That's what needs to happen. Okay. Oh, they win. So they get to Time Walk, exile our whole library by attacking with Ulamog. Okay. On to round 2. Okay, here we are for round 2, and this hand seems great. We've got an Accelerant, some interaction with the Revoker and the Rexage, an Oracle. Oof, okay, well, this hand is less great against mono-red, unfortunately, because all our stuff is really vulnerable to burn. And Elves of Deep Shadow is also not the best mana elf against burn. And we've got a lot of shock lands, so lots of reasons why this hand not great against mono red, but well, here we are. All right, play like a Shrine of Burning Rage that I can Rexage here. Yep. Okay. This Goblin Guide is smacking us here. Ooh, Mizzium Mortars. Okay. This is interesting. So I could play Phyrexian Revoker to try to block the Goblin Guide. I could play Mizzium Mortars to try to kill the Goblin Guide. It's also possible I might be able to get up to overloading Mortars at some point. Think I'm gonna play Revoker. What do I name though? Could name like Pia and Kieran. Could name Hazaret. Could name Shrine of Burning Rage. I mean, I'm probably just going to trade the Revoker for the Goblin Guide. So it almost doesn't really matter what I name. Alright, well, I think I do want to play Revoker here. Yeah, not quite sure what I want to name. Let's name Pia and Kieran. Because we've got the answer for I think I'm gonna hold back the Rexage? No, I'll attack. I was considering holding back the Rexage in case they have Earthshaker Kenra. But I think I want to be able to cast a 4-drop next turn. So I don't really want to block. Sulfuric Vortex. Okay, that's actually fine because we have the Rexage. So. Okay, they're not attacking. Alright. So I'm kind of debating. So we could just Rexage this Vortex right away. We could also Oracle and start playing some extra lands, which I don't hate. I think I just want to play Rexage on the Vortex, though. Yeah, let's just Rexage the Vortex now. This way I don't have to take a pain off of the Elves of Deep Shadow, which is nice. I mean, I got a team of blockers here, and Vraska can deal with a lot of things. Okay. Hellrider's not the worst. Okay. Take a couple of damage from that. Green Sun Zenith. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and double block the Hellrider and put Pia, or sorry, the Phyrexian Revoker in front of the Goblin Guide. This does cut us off from being able to cast Vraska at the moment, but I think that's okay. I want to play Oracle next turn anyways. and feels like trading off is just generally going to be good for me. Alright, so let's start with Island Oracle and play a Stomping Ground and say go. Okay. Oh, don't be Hazoret. Hazoret would be bad. Thundermaw is also pretty bad, because if that doesn't even die to the Mizium Mortars. Yikes. So, now our plan is to... what is our plan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I guess play land off of Oracle. It's got to be part of it. Ancestral, you say. Okay. Well, if I tick up Duretti, then next turn I can threaten to kill the Thundermaw. They can probably just kill me, though. I don't think I have anything that gains me life with this Green Sun Zenith. I think I need to find an Atarka next turn. Oh, I can't even play it already. Oh. Rip. I guess we Green Suns and see what we can find. I don't want to shock because that kills me. Is it even worth it to Green Suns? This might just cut off my options of winning because now... Because next turn, I might be able to Green Suns for an Atarka. This turn, I would just be hitting like a Tireless Tracker or a Biogenic Ooze. That doesn't even do anything, really. Can I really just pass, though? We have a Wasteland. All right. Let's go get a Biogenic Ooze, I guess. A Shuffle might give me... Okay, hold up. If I shuffle... I might be able to find a black. And if I get Vraska in play, that could be good. Alright, so let's just, like... Let's Green Suns for a Gilded Goose. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Because that gives me a blocker. And some life. Still have Ancestral on top. Okay. And I can play the Breeding Pool tapped. And I guess attack with the Oracle. And say go. Rip. Guess I could have held back the Oracle in case they had a haste creature. My thought was that I didn't really want to trade it for a haste creature anyways. Okay. Well. Alright. That's not the worst, because that might draw us into Atarka. Okay, it didn't. But it could draw us... Like, it hit a Metamorphose and an Ancestral Recall that could help us find an Atarka. We also have Oko that we can Oko the Thundermaw. Also, just making food is generally good against a aggressive, like a mono-red opponent. Grim Lavamancer, okay. Bomat Courier. Are we dead? No, we can chump the Thundermaw. We're not quite dead. It's close, but we're not dead. Unless they have like a bolt. We're dead to a bolt, I think. No, we have food. We don't have any instance that we could draw into with this recall that would matter, do we? I don't think we have the... Well... I suppose I want to draw and see what we hit. Okay, there's the Atarka. Okay. So I gotta chump here and sack the food to gain life. So next turn Atarka can clear their board except for the Thundermaw, which is pretty good. We might not be dead yet. We might be okay. Okay. Alright, let's go Forest. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8. So I guess we can play... we could play something in addition to the Atarka. Trying to figure out exactly what I'd want to play. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I get up to 9, does that do anything? No. I kind of need 10 to be able to cast an Oko as well, so I guess I'll just cast like Signet plus Atarka and play a Lumbering Falls tapped. One, two, three, four. I'll do damage like that. Going 1 extra on the Swift Spear in case they have like a Fire Blast or something. Lumbering Falls tapped. And here I will hold back the Oracle to block. Okay. Well, I mean, we're not in terrible shape, really. There are certainly draws that they could have that would kill us. But if we're able to start gaining life off of Oko, that's going to be real good. Koth. Okay. Koth means we're going to have to chump with the Oracle. But that's fine. Oracle's done its job. We're not actually, though, because unless they're chump attacking... Oof. They really should just errata Koth to make the mountain give haste. It's such a feel-bad. That doesn't have an attack trigger. Are they... maybe they're planning on, like, also bolting the Atarka? Or, like, Fire Blast the Atarka? To shrink it? Okay. The Braid's fine, because they still trade. Yeah. Okay. And... Alright, I mean... I'm feeling pretty good about our spot at this point. So... We can Tireless Tracker, but I don't think we really need the clues. I'd rather just build out our board more, so I'm gonna skip out on Tireless Tracker for now. Just play like land. Let's go 1, 2, 3. We will play an Oko. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play a Chandra and minus to kill the Soul Scar Mage, I think. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play Biogenic Ooze. And I think we just start making some foods. Yeah, let's just make some food to try to buffer our life total a little bit. I'll go ahead and attack the Koth. Keeping Koth off of ultimate is actually kind of important, because that is a way that our opponent could get back into the game. Alright. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. Our opponent is down to 1 card in hand. Yeah. Whew. Crawled back into that one. Alright, so what would we like here? Dryad is a 4 toughness blocker, which is decent. Krasis gains us some life, but it is kind of an expensive card, so I don't know if I like that. Vraska gains us life. Considering Nature's Claim, because I saw Sulfuric Vortex and Bomat Courier. If I did that, what would I be taking out? Part of me is kind of tempted to take out these black cards and take out the Elves of Deep Shadow, because it's pretty bad to be taking damage against them. Swap it out for like an Avacyn's Pilgrim. Makes my mana a little better. I don't really have time to wait around to try to draw mana. I mean, Vraska is pretty good against them, because she gains life and can destroy most of their stuff. She is also an answer to Sulfuric Vortex. Siege Gang seems decent, because he just makes an army of blockers. Wildfire's kind of cute. Ooh, Pyroclasm might not be bad. We do have a lot of creatures, but it does kill most of their stuff. Alright, let's take out the black. And take out the Elves of Deep Shadow. Blooming Marsh out for a forest. Underground Sea out for an island, because they do have Wasteland. Did I want something in for the Avacyn's Pilgrim? Let's swap out Cultivate and in Pilgrim. Cultivate's just a little bit slower. I want to try to... Like, Cultivate's good, but it's just... Like, spells that don't affect the board are pretty rough against mono red. For example, in this hand, having Avacyn's Pilgrim is much better than having a Cultivate. Grim Lavamancer. Okay, that's good. Alright, would love to draw a basic forest here. Basic island, not quite. Alright, well, I'll play a Pilgrim. It'll probably die, but we don't really need it. We've got our Golgari Signet. Of course, it'd be good if it lived, but yeah. Okay. Cannot pay to throw the Chain Lightning back at them. Yeah, taken 3. Ow. I think we just want to play a Signet here. Alright. Bomat Courier. Okay, well, we can Nature's Claim that, so I don't mind that too much. Alright, since we have all our colors, I guess I'm just going to... And Golgari Signet doesn't actually do anything important for us. I'm just gonna cycle... Well, no, I don't want to do that because I want to be able to cash this Siege Gang next turn, and I do need red for that. So I guess I'll just play Island and Nature's Claim the Bomat Courier. And this Siege Gang is looking like it's going to be pretty good. Like, just having a big wall of blockers probably helps stabilize me against whatever my opponent's doing. Okay, we take one. Maybe more if they bolt us. No, just one. Nothing. Okay. Well, I'm okay with that. Alright, so let's add red off of Manamorphose. I guess I'll add red-blue. If I drew Oko, I might consider playing it. Okay. Siege Gang? Yeah, so they get to kill the Siege Gang, but I still get 3 goblins, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, it's a little awkward against Monastery Swiftspear, because if they have an instant, like if they have like a Lightning Bolt or something... Oh, Koth? Okay. Alright. Yeah, Koth is pretty good. Oh... Gosh, it's such a feel-bad. It really got to errata Koth. That's twice now my opponent has accidentally targeted the wrong mountain, which is just brutal when it happens. Like, I should be at 4 fewer life here, which there's a decent chance that that ends up mattering this game. Fire Blast? Okay, Fire Blast is great. Alright. I'm super dead. They get to kill all my goblins now. And they have more cards in their graveyard for the Lavamancer. Yep. Oko? Okay, Oko. Oko's good. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so can play a land. If I Oko make a food, I think they have to send a bunch of stuff at me. I don't want to use the Golgari Signet because I want to cast Dragonlord Atarka next turn, so I don't really want to block. I don't want to open up the Golgari Signet to getting killed. Plus, food is really good because it just gains me life. Oh my gosh, Oko's such a messed up Magic card. I'm just gonna... I effectively just gained 9 life with this Oko. Because they gotta kill the Oko. Okay. He's just good in every matchup. It's just never bad. Okay. Mox Ruby, you got it. Banefire my face. Okay. Am I dead? 5. Alright, well, let's just gain some life. I go up to 8, and I'm exactly dead. Okay, yeah, they got me. Yeah. Even Oko couldn't pull me back into this game. Alright. Okay. So... got a little bit more time to think about the sideboarding now. I think I like keeping the blackout. I think not having the Elves of Deep Shadow is good here. Considering Hydrate Crisis, because gaining life and having a big blocker is pretty nice. What would I swap for it, though? Oracle is like a little vulnerable to like burn and stuff. Could be Karn? Karn ticks up to a lot of loyalty. He makes some blockers. So, like, if I play a Krasis for 6 mana, it gains me 2 life and draws me 2 cards and puts a 4/4 into play. I think I like Green Sun Zenith better than that. And I don't know what else I'd be cutting. I don't think I want to cut Revoker because it's just a 2-drop that can trade with their stuff. So it'd probably be Karn. I don't know, Krasis is like a 6-drop or something. It feels a little weird to bring in like 6 drops against mono red. At 4 mana, I'd rather play Karn. Yeah. Okay. Play first. Hand's very good. Keep. So you get to go Ravine on turn 1. Turn 2, I can Mizium Mortars, a play of theirs. Turn 3, I have Oko, and Oko's going to be pretty hard for them to deal with. An on-curve Oko is pretty scary. Love to draw Nature's Claim. That would be awesome. Because then I wouldn't have to shock this breeding pool. I could play it tapped. Just Nature's Claim their thing. Oh. I guess I still... well, I'll have to next turn, probably. I think I just want to Mizium Mortars that just to keep the board clear for this Oko. Like, I want Oko to come down on as clear of a board as possible, because this way it'll be harder to kill him. Goblin Guide. Okay. Yeah. Goblin Guide's pretty good. Does draw me lands, though. Ooh, Island. Nice. Means I don't have to shock in this breeding pool. Perfect. Well, Oko's going to be really good here. I just get to make a food. And he's effectively gaining me like 5 life a turn, right? Because he ticks up 2 loyalty and then also makes a food that can gain me 3. Skull Clamp. Okay. Well, if they have like a lightning bolt or something, they could kill the Oko. That does it. Alright. It's a game. That said, Oko has already gotten us a lot of value. Like, he's already gained us effectively 9 life. So I could Karn tick up. I could Oracle, play an extra land. I don't think I want a Tireless Tracker. That doesn't seem great. Because they have a Goblin Guide, Oracle's a little bit worse just because I'm more likely to find... Like, if there's a land on top of my deck, I'm going to get it with the Goblin Guide anyways. So I think I'm just going to play Karn and tick up here. I could also tick down to make a blocker. That does leave Karn more vulnerable to removal spells. And if they don't deal with my Karn, then it's going to find me a bunch of good stuff. And I'm okay with that. I also don't really want to give them cards off of this Skull Clamp. Because the more, like, if they start drawing cards off of Skull Clamp, it can snowball a little bit. Okay, they're just going face, sure. Siege Gang. Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good one to throw in front of a Goblin Guide. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Ooh. Well, this works out nicely for us. Swiftspear? Alright. So... Okay. So let's start with Rexage blowing up the Skull Clamp, and then I'm going to Pyroclasm. I do lose my Rexage this way, but this way they don't get to draw 2 extra cards, which seems pretty good. There is some consideration to saving the Rexage for if they get a Sulfuric Vortex. I think I gotta get rid of this Skull Clamp, though. Skull Clamp's gonna be too good. I have Ancestral Recall on Karn to help dig me towards my other enchantment removal spell that I'm drawing a blank on its name right now. Nature's Claim, I think. Alright, so let's bop, bop, Pyroclasm. And I think I'll tick up Karn again. Well, yeah, I'm going to tick up Karn again. I want to try to dig deeper towards the Nature's Claim, because if they play a Sulfuric Vortex, I'm just in like so much trouble. I'll need it like immediately. Green Sun Zenith is good. That gives me access to a Tarka in a turn or two here, which is nice. Okay, Steamkin, sure. And Ferocidon. Alright, Ferocidon's scary. So that one's a problem. Revoker, you say? Okay. Well, let's start with Manamorphose and see what we draw. I'm thinking I'm going to want to cast a Siege Gang this turn. Make red, I guess. Okay. Wall of Roots. So I could go Wall of Roots plus Siege Gang. Oh, wait. Siege Gang is bad against Ferocidon. Yikes. Wow, that's really bad. Guess let's recall and see what we hit. Yeah. Okay. That's not great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could like tick down Karn, grab Garrick, untap lands, play Wall of Roots, and then next turn I could Green Sun Zenith for for an Atarka. Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab the Garrick, play Garrick. Untap 2 lands. Bop, bop. Play Wall of Roots. Okay. And I guess I'll put a counter on the Wall of... I'm not going to need to play this Lumbering Falls, so I'd rather leave the Wall of Roots at 5 toughness. I want to play the Tree Speaker so that I have an extra blocker in case I need it. I do take an extra point of damage this way, which is kind of annoying, but... Because if both our Planeswalkers live, then next turn, that should give us access to a Tarka. Rabblemaster. Okay. Rabbly's good. I gotta get this Rampaging Ferocidon off the board. Taking one every time I play a creature is really rough, especially since I have Siege Gang and Biogenikus that want me to play a lot of creatures. So... Okay, so they play Rabblemaster, puts another counter on the Steamkin. Land... So they could still play like a Koth this turn, that'd be pretty scary. I guess if they Koth, I probably don't kill the Ferocidon, because that means they're removing counters from the Steamkin, and killing Steamkin, Abbot, Rabblemaster, and the Rabblemaster token seems pretty good. Okay, so they're killing the Tree Speaker, sure. So I think that means they're going to be able to kill the Garrick here. If they send everything at Garrick, I think Garrick dies. Oh, they're all going face. Okay. Well, I can block the Steamkin. Go to 8. All right. So now I can minus Karn. Grab my green suns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I even have 2 extra with this Garrick. So I can even crack a food if I need to. Let's put a counter 8. So that allows us to green suns for our Atarka. Okay. So I think I kill Ferocidon Rabblemaster here. Okay, yeah. And I think, I could make a beast, but I think gaining life off of the food is more important. So let's untap lands. And gain a life off of the food there. All right. We do have 3 minutes on the clock, so I got to play a little faster here. Hellrider. Oh, we're super dead. We're super dead. That's so bad. Oh, no. Okay. So we take 5 just from the triggers alone. And then 1, 2, 3. So we go to 1 here. I guess we're not technically dead, but we are very dead. Okay. Go to 1. Alright, so we need to gain life somehow. We can't gain life. Let's Siege Gang. Okay. Get a bunch of stuff. Garrick, make a beast. Karn minus to make a thing. I'm just going to try to fade burn for 1 turn and then kill them with Garrick's ultimate next turn is my plan. Play Signet and play a Revoker. Naming... what do I name? I guess Pia and Kieran is the thing that I can't beat. I haven't seen it. Is there anything else that they could have? Not really, right? Hazoret doesn't do it. Chandra. Torch of Defiance would also be good. I can beat Koth, I think. Yeah, I'll just name Pia and Kieran. Alright, and we say go. Because we super win next turn if we get to untap. So just want a bunch of blockers. Okay. Ooh, Nature's Claim was actually really good there. Alright, so let's go fire up this Raging Ravine. And then creatures I control get +3/+3 and gain trample. Hey, we did it! Whew! Alright. Wow, that was a tense match. Okay, I guess on to round 3. Okay, here we are for round 3. Yeah, this hand's fine. Would have preferred if I had an accelerant, but I do have a piece of interaction with this Mizzium Mortars. We'll probably be able to find a land to play this Tireless Tracker on time. Would love if I could find a land before then. That would be ideal. So that I could save this Mizzium Mortars to help me cast Vraska. Or the Manamorphose, I mean, to cast Vraska. Okay, well, I don't want a Mizzium Mortars Thraben Inspector. That's pretty bad. So. Huh, that's kind of cute. Oh, no. So I can name Clue, but then it shuts down my Tireless Tracker? Huh. I might just hold the Revoker. Yeah, I think I just hold the Revoker for now. And wait to see if they play anything else that I care about. Like, if they play a Planeswalker or something, I'll feel really bad about having just run out a Revoker. And I really don't want to name Clue, because I'm going to have way more clues than they will. Alright, let's go for our Tireless Tracker. Okay, Tracker resolves, that's good. So, next turn, I'll Manamorphose, tapping the Forest and the Breeding Pool, probably? Well, we'll see. Ooh, Geist. Yikes. Okay. Alright. Geist is good. Ooh. Oko is also good. I have a few options here. What I want to try to do is get up to being able to overload this Mizzium Mortars eventually. I want to cast Manamorphose this turn because I just want to cycle it and try to hit a land. So I could do Mizzium Mortars adding... well, I think I want to... Or, I mean, Manamorphose. I keep missaying that. If I Manamorphose and add... I could tap it like this and add green black or something. I want to be able to cast Oko if I don't hit a land, and cast one of my 4-mana Planeswalkers if I do. The best 4-mana Planeswalker to cast would be Chandra. So I could add, like, red-green, but that's not great. I'm going to do, because then I'd have to hit exactly an untapped red source. I'm going to do green-black, I think. Hierarch. Okay. Well, I can still just play Oko. And make a food. So, if they attack with the Geist, I'll probably just trade with the Tracker. Oko doesn't die. He goes to 1. It's pretty bad if they have a removal spell for this Tireless Tracker. I'm in a bit of a spot then. Yeah. So, it looks like they're sending everything at Oko. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll trade with the Geist. Okay, Oko goes to 1. And cultivate. Kind of want to be able to cast this Noble Hierarch this turn. So maybe I cultivate, go get a mountain onto the battlefield, a forest into my hand, and then cast the Noble Hierarch. Let's tick up Oko on my food first, I think. Okay. Now we'll go cultivate. There's a chance this gets countered. Okay, it doesn't. That's good. So mountain goes onto the battlefield. Forest goes into our hand. We can cast Noble Hierarch. And we still don't have our black for Vraska, which is kind of annoying. But I wanted to get the Hierarch onto the battlefield. Okay. You can have a Porcelain Legionnaire and 2 planes if you... I think I'll do it like that. I don't want to give them triple blue alongside the Muldrifter. Okay, so they took Muldrifter planes. Well, if I get to start... Oh, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Alright. That's good. And I don't really want to chump just to save a loyalty on my Oko here. That seems pretty bad, so... Let Oko take the damage. Okay. So, I think I'll Elk my Hierarch and Chandra their Cloudskate. So let's go Chandra and tick down to kill their Cloudskate. Play a land. Elk my Hierarch. And I do want to play this Revoker because losing a Planeswalker if they have a removal spell is really bad here. So I'll name Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That's probably the card I'm most scared of here. Yeah, let's do that. And if they just play like a Muldrifter next turn, I can like tick up Chandra for Mizzium Mortars. I don't even know if I would do that. Maybe. Six mana, Sun Titan. Okay. Sun Titan is not great, actually. It looks good for them. But I can Oko the Sun Titan, tick up Chandra, and overload a Mizzium Mortars to wipe their board, so that seems pretty good. Ooh, I don't even need to tick up Chandra, it looks like. Alright, so let's Elk Sun Titan. Play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this even gets to play around days. Cast with Overload. And I guess I'll tick up Chandra. Yeah. I could have done that first, but there was nothing that I could have drawn that would have made me, like, no card in my deck would have been as good of a draw as Mizzium Mortars was there, so I knew I wasn't going to cast it. I guess I'll attack here. They're unlikely to have a haste threat in blue-white, and I do need to end the game eventually. Used both my Planeswalkers already, so we'll just say go. Interesting that this Oracle's just kind of hanging out. It's a little bizarre. I guess let's start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's start with Chandra. I'm gonna play an... We've already used our Tireless Tracker. I'm gonna play an Underground Sea because if I hit a Green Sun Zenith, I want to be able to Zenith for Atarka. Island. Okay, no Green Sun Zenith. That's fine. So here I can Vraska. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vraska. And I think I'll just tick up Vraska, sacking a forest, because I think I want to elk this Mole Drifter so that it can't pressure my Planeswalkers. Okay. So let's elk the Mole Drifter so that my Noble Hierarch can trade with it. And we've used all of our Planeswalkers, so we'll just say go. And feeling pretty good here. I got 3 Planeswalkers in play. One of which is an Oko. Brainstorm, okay. I mean, there are definitely a lot of things that they could draw that could turn the game around, right? They could Upheaval. They could cast like an Elish. Well, Elish North's not even that good. I have Oko. God, Oko's so... no, but they would kill... No, I would be able to chump. Okay. Faith's Fetters. Sure. That's fine, because I can just sack the Chandra to Vraska. So, not too worried about that. I might not even do that, because I've got some artifact enchantment removal. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I draw. So, kind of leaning towards Oko making a food and then sacking the food, because if I hit artifact or enchantment removal, Chandra is really good. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm just gonna sack the food here. Okay, didn't hit it, but that's fine. I'll play a Raging Ravine. And I think we just pass. I don't know why this is still hanging out. This is kind of bugged here, it looks like. Go away, Oracle. Just rubbing in my face that I can't cast you, I know. Okay. Resto Angel. Whew, that's scary. Because that unelks their Mole Drifter, so now they have 5 power in the air. Okay, okay. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I can elk their flyers, but not fast enough to kill them before they would kill my Oko. Attacking Oko, attacking Oko. Okay. Three, 4. Metamorph. Yikes. That's really good. If they had done Restoration Angel, they could have flickered their Mole Drifter. Which seems like it probably would have been even better. Yorion? Oh my gosh. Oh, we're so dead. Wow, this is brutal. Oh my gosh. Well, they might... No, they chose not to exile the Mole Drifter. Or the second copy there, because they probably are concerned about decking at this point. So they get to go infinite with Yorion. It's a slow infinite? Okay. So they're having it copy the Resto Angel to Flicker Yorion, I would guess. Muldrifter. Okay. So that's not like full-on going infinite. It is still quite concerning, though. And I still can't hit any of their cards. What do I even do here? Probably have to sack the... Chandra at this point. I think I want to elk one of these flyers. Yeah, let's sack the Chandra. Okay. Let's elk Yorion, I guess. That's the biggest creature. Sure. Animate the Ravine, and we can attack with it. It trades with one of their creatures, at least. Okay, just take it. Sure. Alright, Lumbering Falls Elves. And say go. So they get to kill our Oko. Soul Ring, okay. So attacking us. This allows us to ultimate Vraska, right? Okay. They gotta have an answer for this, right? Current, as it stands, they're dead on board. Upheaval. Okay. That's not even, like, that bad. Oh, right, they have Soul Ring. Okay, yeah, they can rebuild faster than us. We do have a Revoker, though, that can name Soul Ring. Blade Splicer. Okay, so they're just going to kill us before we're able to get our feet under us here, probably. They evoking a Muldrifter? No, Metamorph copying the Blade Splicer. Okay, yeah, that's going to be good. Alright, I think that's going to do it. They've got just so much power. Okay. So, blue-white flickery stuff. Blue-white flickers. So... Avenger seems decent. They didn't have a ton of removal, so that's a way that we might be able to, like, go over the top of them. What do I take out for that, though? Revokers is not great. They do have a Soul Ring that I can name. But that was, I think, the only card I saw that Revoker was good against. Maybe I cut the Revoker. Alright. Yikes. Missing our mana. Okay. Can keep this one. Bottom a green, I guess. Yeah, I think I want to keep the Avenger. It's a little awkward that we can't play the... Like, we're not really ramping into the Chandra. Because if we want to level up Tree Speaker next turn, then we can't play the Raging Ravine. Oh, well, I guess we'll play Mountain and level up Tree Speaker. Okay. Well, that's not even that bad, because we can grab a mountain, and then next turn we get to Chandra, so that actually accelerates us into Chandra. I mean, there's no way for our opponent to know that, but I don't know. Pathing mana dorks never really feels good. That does take us off one green. I think I'd rather have a Chandra in play than a Tireless Tracker and a Clue. So let's just start getting a Chandra and ticking it up. And I didn't see a ton of counter magic out of my opponent. Yeah. Oof. No Rex Sage. So next turn... Okay, Cloud Skate's fine. Next turn, I Tireless Tracker Raging Ravine. Probably. I guess I'll have to tick up Chandra and see what I draw. What? Go away, Chandra stuff. So... I guess I would rather Signet. So I'm going to Chandra for mana so that I can play a Signet and still get a clue off the Tireless Tracker. Go ahead and crack the clue right away here. Okay. Yep. So next turn we do get to Avenger with a landfall trigger afterwards. So if our opponent isn't able to disrupt us this turn, we're in pretty good shape. And we're threatening to ultimate Chandra. Teferi. Okay, Teferi doesn't really do it. They can return the Tireless Tracker. But we still get to Avenger plus land, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Alright, so let's go add mana. And bop. Doodly-doo. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to draw any more cards this turn, right? So it's all face up. I can't cast anything anyways. Hey, we win. Okay. So going to game 3. Well, now that we know they have a little Teferi, I'm a little bit higher on the Phyrexian Revoker. Could consider cutting Duretti. Duretti is a little awkward on our mana. Could also consider cutting Vraska, honestly. Like, most of their permanents had higher mana costs than 3 that I cared about. Duretti's a little slow to get going, and it's pretty hard on our mana, so yeah, I'll cut the Duretti. Okay, yeah, this hand's fine. Turn 2, Wall of Roots. Turn 3, Oracle or Garruk. Seems good. Alright. Oh! Didn't mean to shock that in there. Well, we'll just make our opponent wonder. Sure, Underground Sea, and I guess Wall of Roots? Yeah. Oh, gotta tap right, though. So, I think next turn we're probably going to want to lead with Oracle. To Fairy. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. They get to bounce our Wall of Roots. That slows us down by a turn here. So now we can Golgari Signet and Revoker to Fairy. Which I think I like better than playing the Wall of Roots. I am going to go ahead and name to Fairy here. I know I will probably be able to kill it next turn, but I don't know, like, there are a lot of things that they could play that would make me be unable to do that. Like, any creature, really. And I don't want them bouncing this. Alright. Well, that's fine. Can just go get a forest. We want a lot of green because of this biogenic ooze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So, I guess let's start by Wall of Roots and then probably Oracle. Dang, Rexage. Okay. Well, Rexage is not bad to have access to. Alright. They get to Cloudskate us. Yep. Okay, return our Oracle, sure. Bouncing up the Teferi again. Or ticking up Teferi. Cloudscape. I mean, they've had enough time that I think they're probably going to win this game. Geist, okay. Alright, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana currently. So I could, like... Could Garruk make a beast? That doesn't seem great. They just bounce it with Teferi. I think I have to play Oracle and hope that I hit a land. Land? Oof, that's brutal. Okay, yep, that's unfortunate. And... because now they just get to bounce the Oracle again. And we're, yep, in a lot of trouble here. Sun Titan? Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to concede just yet, because there are strings of draws that could get us out of this. I'm going to start thinking about what are the outs I can play towards. Except I know I'm drawing something that doesn't do it next turn. And I think I'm just dead next turn, right? I guess if it, like, biogenic ooze... No, I'm just super dead. Yeah, they got it. Alright. Well, thanks for joining me. It was a fun draft to round out the Vintage Cube season. Got to play a lot of colors, a lot of Planeswalkers, cast some big spells. And match 2 was super fun and tense, so it was really exciting exciting match there. I don't know, I just love those close matches where you're just like holding your breath the whole time, you know, almost no matter how they break. It's just I appreciate the excitement of them, you know. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time for, I think, the Teamer Cube is the Spotlight series that's coming up. So look forward to some of that content, and have a good one.